Welcome to Fortune Cookies Tarot. And for today, we have lots of cool stuff going on. Our air conditioner broke, so it's hot. Those of you that follow my channel, you know that there's been a little bit of a heat wave going on. So if I start to wilt and get sweaty during this video, please forgive me. Also, we've had some interesting things going on with the lighting and the activity in my house. So super cool. But today, I don't really have a theme for this week. But for today, what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the hot news that we've been hearing about, possible trips for Prince Harry to go to Balmoral. There's a little bit of chatter about it. Definitely some differences in opinion and those inside tracks from the likes of Neil Sean and some of the others. So we're going to take a look. We're going to see what it actually is like at Balmoral. Is it really a retreat where they just kind of unplug from all the political duties that they have, the royal family that is, or is it actually like, are they just kind of out of the spotlight and still working? So we're going to take a look at that. We're going to, get a baseline on Harry too. Those of us that saw the speech at the UN, he did not look really, really happy at it. So, I think it's important to take a look at that and see, kind of where he is in the process. I know we're like flogging a dead horse here, but, we keep looking at it. And I think for the next video, I'm going to have to put this hair up because it's hot in here. So yes, fan out, fan off. And, we'll take a look at this house hunting thing too, because if they're going to be in between houses, I think it'll be very interesting if he goes to Balmoral. So let's take a look. We're going to pull up my other screen. And if today is your first time here, please like, share, and subscribe. I hope you enjoy this day. And if you're a repeat offender, welcome back. Thanks for supporting my channel. Love to see all of you here. And in the description down below, you will see a link to my website and also to my scheduler if you'd like to get your own magical reading. I do them live on Zoom so we can actually talk. If you are one of my amazing fans that are outside of my time zone, or in another country, you can also book a video reading. There's a link for a video reading on there too. I'll send you a little video link and you can save that reading forever. So those of you that get the live readings, you can also request a recording of the video for a little bit extra. So let's take a look at what's going on with this dim-witted prince. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at, are the rumors true? Are the rumors true that they are not going to attend as a couple? Let's look at that first. Let's see if Harry and Meghan are not going to travel to Balmoral this year as a couple. You guys can hear my little engine that could, Raven, panting away in the hot house. Harry and Meghan. Are they definitely not going to Balmoral? And I did get a flipper. We're going to pull that out. So this was in reverse. This is where I'm using the Tarot of the Unknown, one of my favorite decks right now. We'll talk about this little jobby a little bit later on because we'll be featuring that in a flip through video pretty soon. So it was in reverse. The Eight of Cups. Okay, the Eight of Cups when we're upright is leaving something that's for the unknown, something that may be better, not understanding the good that you had in hand before you cruised out of a certain situation. So this kind of very true with them, but we have it in reverse, so they're kind of stuck. There's no contrition here. There's no returning to the source. So I'll say that as a couple, when we read them as a unit, as a couple, doesn't look like they're going to go back. Looks like that is a hard stop. Queen of Pentacles. She is rooting herself very, very hard. Immobile, immobile, inflexible, not yielding, not moving forward, not cooperative. Heart of the matter, all this press under the surface, Page of Pentacles. So we definitely have a ransom kind of situation here. If they're not going to toe the line and deal with our publications and our PR, if they're not going to clean up their PR and be more supportive, in terms of finances, we are not going to go. We're going to keep that steady stream of information. I think there's some issues with the book not being refuted, which, by the way, here in America, I still do not have my book. It still says pending publication. So I don't know if I'm ever getting it. I don't care. I will wait until the publication comes through. But this Queen of Pentacles is really confident and secure in what she believes and what she's doing. So she's not going anywhere. The relationship, as far as she's concerned, is done. The Justice card, that's sometimes lawsuits that we see coming in there. So I know there was some discussion about, having the book itself having some issues with legality. So I'm curious if that's what we're seeing there. So maybe they are not traveling because of pending lawsuits, something like that. And the Page of Cups and the Chariot, we're not moving forward with these relationships. We're not happy with these relationships, and we're not going to do anything about them. We're just going to continue to exist where we are. So that is that. Now, very different from reading for both of them. Let's see if Harry is going to go back there, because he had recently announced that he was going to spend 6 months, a year in England. Whether this is due to the visa that he has and his citizenship, I don't know. So let's see. Will Harry go back to Balmoral? I'm hearing Alicia Keys. This girl is on fire, but this world is on fire. So we got our star in reverse, and that is our No Future Sex Pistols song. And that's God Save the Queen, just in case you don't know. So not feeling charitable, definitely feeling this level of injustice, digging in, getting his heels really, really deep. This is my truth. This is what I believe, and this is what I'm going with. No future. Defending the situation at all costs, defending his line of thinking at all costs. And it doesn't matter if he throws the baby out with the bathwater. He doesn't care. He's completely opposed to going, and he's not sugarcoating anything that he's saying. Under the surface, he needs money, and that's part of the conversation too. So, oh boy, that's troubling. What's Harry's level of awareness? What is his level of awareness of the situation he is in? Well, let's do this. How dire is the personal, financial, public situation that Harry's in? How dire is it? Is he floating? Is he sinking? Well, that's beginnings. That's beginnings of new money. So let's see. Situation is not dire. It's not that bad. So that Enoch is our Tower card. Don't forget. Making choices that will disrupt. And the Tower is usually disruptive things that are outside of our control. When it's in reverse, I usually ascribe a bit more agency over the the devastation, whatever it is. So he's got some choices that he has to make that are going to be disruptive, either by outside influences or his own influence. He's dreaming big and not happy about it. His messaging just is not there. So how dire is the situation? It's dependent on some of the decisions that he's going to make, but there's also an outside influence. Let's see what that outside influence is. Outside influence is hanging on to those ducats. He's got to hang on to his money. He's got to not spend like an idiot. Is he spending like an idiot? He's looking at his money, but he's spending it as well. So there's a lot more expenses than he had anticipated. And so he's kind of reviewing things, and he does think that he has a handle on it. He does think that he understands where that money needs to go and how much is going to be coming in. There's some influences on the outside, some shadiness and some shuffling around, which is questionable. Does not look like everything's on the up and the up here. So then we have our Four of Swords, which is Four of Axes in this deck. He is not really sleeping on this, and he's not looking with his higher mind. He's not being careful about what he's thinking because he has this tremendous ego and thinks that he's going to be able to just manifest. Like they are the wish team. So let's see, is Harry going to head back to Balmoral? Is he going to see Balmoral this summer? Will he see Balmoral this summer? That's a big fat no. Big fat no. Not going. That's our Three of Swords. And I don't even think I need to read any further on that. So how is our guy? Is he happy? Is he happy? Let's see if he's happy. So the Sun is an interesting card. The Sun is the best card in the deck. Okay, best card in the tarot deck. It really does tell us everything's going to be okay. Everybody's going to be happy. Everything's going to turn out all right. When it's in reverse, it often means the same thing. It means that we're still going to have some modicum of success and happiness. But there are times when it's a manufactured happiness, and it's a happiness that you've kind of created based on the conditions at hand. Let's put it that way. So you kind of deal with the conditions at hand and try to pretend that everything's okay. So we will see that with this, having that Knight of Wands next to it with all this creative, fiery, passionate energy. I'm thinking, yes, it's really an effort to be positive so that positive things happen. I don't know if that necessarily is going to work. The mama is not happy. The mama is fighting. She does not like things that are going on. The level of control is being lost. So we're going to put these on the side for a second. Let's use these. Is she losing her grip? We'll come back to the rest of those cards, don't worry. Is she losing her grip on him? So there is a bit of a pivot plan here. So we've got our Four of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, which is a secure household, and then the Wheel of Fortune. So the tactic is changing. The execution is changing. The ends are still there. The ends where it's still domination, keeping that secure, not letting the marriage fail, keeping that narrative going, keeping the money flowing as it will if it is. So that is a bit interesting. So back to Harry here. So we do have some strife and difficulty here. And this is not the life that he wanted to live. He expected something very different. Those of you that follow me, you know, I've always said Harry should have gotten a snappy surf shack by the sea and just should have called it a day and just should have done that. That should have been his real plan. We're going to wiggle this stuff this way just so it's a little bit easier to see. Working on my blocking. Sorry, people. There we go. That's a little bit easier for y'all to see. I don't know where we get this glare from, so I wish that I could help that. This is our Knight of Cups in reverse. That is not having your emotions in place and under the surface, wanting things to move faster, wanting to have more production, more quickly, more results, more everything, more everything. So we will not see. Let's see how QE2 is doing. Let's see how the Queen is doing. Actually, we will read her with Ellen Cannon Reed. Actually, no, I think Elizabeth feels a lot more like these merry melodies. So let's see what we got. Queen Elizabeth, how are you doing, love? It is definitely too hot up here. I'm going to have to move my studio back downstairs. It's way too hot. Probably getting glistening. Queen Elizabeth, how is she doing with the whole Harry situation? How is she feeling about the whole Harry situation and not visiting Balmoral for the summer? He's not going to holiday with us. So she feels out of control. She does not have any agency over this situation. She doesn't have any input or advisement that is being taken from him for anything in his life. And that's troubling to her. She does find herself good counsel, and she wants to be considered good counsel. But she also is very wise and mature, and she is not going to be bound up and wrapped up by this. She knows that his security is not security as like security team, but she knows that his legacy and his security in the larger aspect is failing, and she's willing to let that happen. Now, those of you that follow me know that I've always said that I think that there's a plan B in place for him, where they will let him become bankrupt and then he can file for divorce because he won't have anything. She's still biding her time. I don't know if he is ever going to come to light. I think he is going to be just too late. I think the light is going to come on when it's just too late. Does he still have time now? Does he still have time to make amends? No, he's too busy trying to create his own world and send out pitches and trying to get rich quick. He's just not there. He's just not there There's a certain phoniness that comes through very, very strongly. So it's very unfortunate. So I am sorry to see that. So that was just a check-in. This I should post same day. So I don't know if any other news is going to come up. But I do appreciate all of you that are watching. Again, if you want your own super deluxe magical reading, hit me up in the comments. This is a new mini deck that I just got, and I will be featuring that on a flip through probably during this week. So if you want to take a look at it, enjoy. Other than that, I do hope all of you have a terrific day. And thanks again for watching and liking and sharing and subscribing. I'll see you all soon.